So very good afternoon all the students. So today we are going to discuss about some further numerical problem related to slope and deflection, and specifically we are going to consider a case of sport settlement. If one of the sport or maybe two sports is going to be settled, then what are the stresses going to be produced? Or you can say what are the reactions in the sport going to be produced, that we are going to analyze if one or two or three sports are going to settle down of a continuous beam. And there is a problem related to portal frame as well. So we are going to solve that as well by using slope and deflection method. So let's start with that. First, we are going to see the problem which we are going to discuss here. So I think it's visible to all, everybody can clearly visualize what is the things mentioned here. So let me make it. So question which is mentioned here, guys, you can see it's a continuous beam which having three segment of beam. One segment is AB having a length of 10 meter. Segment BC is again having a 10 meter length, and CD is also having a 10 meter length. And there is a UDL load over the segment BC and CD, which is having a magnitude of 3 kilonewton per meter. So we need to analyze the beam as it is mentioned in the question. E is also given, that is 200 gigapascal, and I of this section or I for the complete beam is also mentioned, that is 56,000 centimeter power 4. So basically in this particular problem may be a bit difficult, but by just changing the moment of inertia, means if I change the cross section of AB segment something else instead of BC or CD, or I can just write a 2I, this is I and this one is I. In that case also you have to be very sure about, and you can bring them on a single relation as well. So that can be asked in the final exam or maybe in MST. So be ready with that kind of problem also. So let's start with this. And there are two or three things also mentioned here, that is sport settlement at B, C and D is also given. Means out of 4 sports we are having 3 sports which is going to be settled by a different settlement. B is going to be settled by 20 mm, C is going to be settled by 10 mm, and this D or basically N sport at this point, that is going to be settled by 40 mm. Now we need to calculate delta of the segment AB. As I already told you how it's going to be rotate, you need to take the sign convention. Either you can make a notation that I always used to say, that take this as 0 because there is no settlement at the sport point A, and there is a settlement at point B which is equal to 20 mm, and there is a settlement at C also which is having 10 centimeter settlement at point C. Similarly 40 centimeter is settled the sport D. Now what we need to do, we need to calculate the differential settlement. We are not going to get the direct value here. We need to put the value which is going to be differential, means one sport to the other, how much that is going to be settled down, means one respective to the other sport. So here A is not going to be settled anyhow. If there is a settlement is 0. So what should be the value for segment AB? In that case, delta will coming out to be 0 minus 20 mm. 0 minus 20 mm. So that value coming out to be minus 20. For this particular BC segment, what will be the value? 20 minus 10. 0 minus 20 means 20 minus 10. So that will coming out to be 10 only. Then for this particular segment, 10 minus 40. So differential settlement, because 10, this one portion is also going to be settled by 10. So this is 40. So what is the differential settlement? In that I am interesting only. So that value I need to put into the relation in the slope deflection equation to get the values of end moments. So first thing, so there will be 30 mm. So 10 minus 40. Minus 40 means from this end if you start from, so that's why you can do it. Otherwise, if you have idea about how it is going to be rotated due to the deflection or due to the settlement of sport, you can consider that as well for the particular point. Otherwise, you can directly, that I just explained to you, take 0 minus 20 minus 20, 20 minus 10 plus 10. 10 minus 40 minus 30. That's how you can calculate as it is mentioned over the screen. So further part, we need to isolate the joint. Isolate means you need to cut the joints to the member, make their free body diagram, put the releases that we have. We are not interested to get the values of shear force. We are only interested to get the values of bending moment. As slope deflection method is only used the values of moments. Means you can say it's a dependent, or basically the value required for calculation of those support reaction is only the moment. So that method is basically depend upon the moment's value only. We are not going to interest to get the value what are the shear force releases here. That is basically you can say primary cause of failure we are going to consider, that is moment only here. So if you see in this particular segment, we don't have any load. So there are the moments MAB and MBA. How they are going to rotate, we need to consider to them as a positive sign convention, at which we consider already on the previous cases as well. So similar for this particular point also. So there is also MBC, the segment, but we have the load in this segment that is of 10 kilonewton per meter, 10 kilonewton per meter. So UDL, that is MCV. Similarly for the segment CD also, to showing value here also, the UDL load is 3 kilonewton and the moments are MCD and MDC. So that these are the values that we need to put in this particular portion here. So here we need to apply into the slope deflection equation that we need to use here, because all the segment is going to be settled by differential settlement that is the mention in the question that we already discussed. Now MAB 2EI by L is given, that is 10 meter, 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 del by L, that was the relation, plus FEM. So there is no load, we are not interested to put the values of friction moment. Even if you want to put into the relation, you can do, but value coming out to be 0. In that case, if value is 0, either you put or not put, it will not affect your calculation in that case. So I want to add here, those who are not able to calculate something else, like they are not supposed to get these values, so go with the approach, means you need to follow the steps. So ultimately in the exam you get some marks on the behalf of that. So first try to calculate all the values, make isolation of the joints or with the members, then calculate the fixed end moment for segment AB, BC and CD. So for as you can write, since there is no load for segment AB, we don't have any fixed end moment. So FEM AB is equal to 0 and FEM BA is equal to 0. Similarly for the segment FEM for BC, that will be as it is UDL plus WL square by 12, and BC for FEM BC, that will be minus WL square by 12. And for similarly for CD and DC as well. So there are how you can calculate the friction moment. So that step you can add on here. So you will get some marks if you are not supposed to put the values into the equation. So go with the steps. First step is to isolate the joint. Second, you can write yourself, that is to calculation of friction moments. Then third step, we are going to put our friction, these are the moments, and put the equation in that. Put the values into the slope deflection equation. So MAB 2EI by L is given, that is 10 meter. So by doing so, spotlight, there it is. So in this particular case, if you see here, MAB is equal to 2EI by 10, 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 minus the value of delta that we need to put here. That value we already calculated, which is equal to for segment AB 0 minus 20, that coming out to be minus 20 by L. L is 10 meter, convert into the same units that we have in delta here. So minus 20 divided by convert into the mm, 10 into 1000. So obviously 10 into 1000 is nothing but coming out to be mm value. Then we have MBA, which is equal to 2EI by L, again length of the segment, B into theta A plus 2 theta B minus 3, the length of the delta means a deflection, differential settlement of the support divided by the length of the segment. So that's how you can put the value into for MAB and MBA segment. For MBC, Again, the same relation we have, but now we have the load. We need to put the value of fixed and moment in this category also. In the last, we don't have any load. So that's why there is no fixed and moment. So here we have fixed and moment also. So you need to put the value of fixed and moment in this case. Otherwise, remaining every step we have just seen in MAB, you need to follow that same for the MDC also. So 2EI by 10 means it's the length of the segment 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 into delta by the length. So ultimately 3 into the deflection differential settlement is given, that is 10 mm. So 3 into 10 divided by 10 to the power 4, which is you need to convert into the same units that we have in the deflection differential settlement. So plus the fixed and moment that we already calculated, put the value here. Similar for the CB, CD and DC. So I think everybody can do this kind of practice. It's not difficult. So I can say up to third step, everybody can do. It's a simple thing to do and everybody gets the marks according to that. So go with the steps, always it will help you to solve the problem in a better way. Fourth step, you can write yourself, that is joint equilibrium. So we need to write the joint equilibrium equations for the questions, and then we are going to put all the values that we just done in the third step. So joint equilibrium is moment about a point, summation of moment about a joint is equal to 0, and we need to put the MAB, only there is a one moment is acting, MAB equal to 0. And second equation is summation of MB is equal to 0. There are two segments. Basically, you can say at point B, we have two segments. One is BA, other is BC. So let me show the image again. So if you see this sport is sporting the two members. Basically, there is a single member because we know that there is a continuous beam. There are four sports total. There are two end sports and two middle sports. So I can say this B sport is settling or taking the load which is coming on the BC segment as well as BA segment. So that's why there is a moment release on this side also and this side also. So that you need to consider in this particular case. So sum of MB equal to 0, which is equal to MBA plus MBC. The sum of moment about that joint is equal to 0. Sum of MC is equal to 0. Again, there are 2 points. One is MCB plus MCD equal to 0. So guys, question may arise why we are taking positive sign. So always I already explained you that why we are taking this positive sign, because anti-clockwise sign convention we take as positive. So every point at the joint we are taking them as anti-clockwise. So that's why it is a positive sign here. So these things, so I already explained. That's why I'm just moving with the flow. Summation of moment about D point is equal to 0. So MDC is equal to 0. Now we have all the joints equilibrium here. Fine. Now we need to put the values into those. So first equation MAB. So just put the value of MAB that we just get from the last point. 2EI by 10, 2 theta A plus theta B plus we need to multiply whatever the value. So 3 into 20 into 3, 60 minus plus. So minus plus 60, 10 to the power 4 equal to 0. Similarly for the second also, third and fourth. So there are only these are the four unknowns that we need to find it out here. So first theta A we can calculate by solving one of the equations, and the way we need to put back into those values and again solve them. So ultimately by solving these four equations, you are able to solve the you are able to calculate the values of theta A and theta B, theta C and theta D. Now question may arise in the last problem. If you have seen, we don't have the value of delta. That's why we required additional equation. Here we already have the deflection values. If we don't have, then you need to isolate that particular segment and you need to solve it for the delta, and required made a different or additional equation for the unknown that is delta in the previous question that we have seen. But I'm just here we don't have any further unknowns, like there is a theta A is unknown, B is unknown, C is unknown, and theta D is unknown. So there are four unknowns and we have four joint equilibrium equations. So by solving those all four equations, we get value of theta A, theta B, theta C, and theta D. Now all the values of theta we are getting, put these values into back to these equations and get the values of MAB, MBA, MBC, MCD, and MDC simultaneously. So value, I already told you the sports, those are endpoints. If you see this A sport and B sport, they are endpoint sport, so there will be no bending moment on this, so value will automatically coming out to be 0. This is a, again I'm just repeating, it's a chance to verify the values whether you are getting right value or not. So there is a check that will let you know that your value, if there is something else value coming, it means you make a mistake to solve the problem. And at B joint and C joint, value magnitude coming out to be same, but one sign convention sign will be coming positive, other may be negative. So as you can verify from here, MAB coming out to be 0, MDC is coming out to be 0, but MBA and MCA both values are same, but they, one is positive, other is negative. Means this equilibrium should be maintained, guys. That is a mandatory part, because by using those four equilibrium equation, we are just solving all the values. If you are getting different values, it means these are the no, these equilibrium equations are not satisfied. It is not satisfied, it means you make mistake. So whatever the equations are written here, you can do, you can get the value, same values coming. MAB equal to 0, yes, MAB equal to 0. MB equal to MBA plus MBC. MBA 62 positive minus MBC. Again, some of these two will coming out to be 0, right? MCB plus MCD, again minus 20 plus 120. So again minus plus positive 0. Again DC is coming. It means all the joints equilibrium equations are now satisfied by getting all these values. Everything is verified till now. We have completed 4 to 5 steps. Right? Let's move further. After knowing all the values, now it's a problem is a statically mechanics problem, or you can say just a static problem. Now put the values of moments on the points. As we don't have any moment about A point, we have only a one moment which is at a segment, you can say spot B. Problem is which notation or which direction this force should be applied, this moment should be applied. So check the sign. MBA is coming out to be positive. So whatever the sign convention we have considered, that remains same. So 62, whatever the sign is there, that remains same as we consider this one. So that value coming out to be positive only. Now sum of vertical forces should be equal to 0. VAB minus VBA is equal to 0. So that means whatever the value VAB coming, VB also coming out to be same here. So by solving, you will get VAB and VBA is 6.2. Just take the moment about any of the spot point. Let's take the moment about A and VBA into the length of the segment, which is force into perpendicular distance, VBA into 10 minus how it is going to be rotated. It is in, if you are taking this positive, so that coming out to be negative. According to your sign convention, you can take any of the values. So value of VAB and VBA is coming out to be 6.2. Consider the second segment, there is load also, and there are two moments on the both sides as it is there. So summation of vertical forces should be equal to 0. Take that thing, and VBC minus VCB. There should be load is also included. There is no load is included. This equation is not completed. If we this equation, let me make it correct. So what you need to do there, this summation of vertical forces of this segment is not right here. So VBC, let me do it, VBC minus VCB. This one we are taking VBC minus VCB. This is taking this one downward. So obviously you can take one positive, other downward. If I'm this upward taking downward, so that will be completed plus 3 into 10 equal to 0. So that is a complete equation. Please make a correction in this particular. So there should be a positive sign of 3 into 10 to convert the point load, and that is also acting downward. So their summation should be equal to 0. So after getting what we need to do, take the moment about any of the points. Like here we are taking the moment about C point. So this sign convention means sign convention in clockwise direction considered to be a positive sign here. So positive sign we are considering here. So what does that mean? So 62 plus, this is also in same direction as 62 have, plus 120 minus 3 into 10, it will act as the centroid into the perpendicular distance remaining 5 minus how it is going to rotate. It is going to rotate opposite to those. So means it is going to rotate in this direction like this. So it is going to be rotating this direction. So this will consider to be negative, because other are positive. So definitely one is, these are the positive direction, so that will coming out to be negative only. So minus 10 VBC. By solving all the values, you will get VBC is equal to 3.2 kilonewton. VCB is coming out to be 33.2 kilonewton. So for the segment 3 CD also, you need to repeat the steps that we have just seen. So just do the calculation that we require, take the moment about any of the spot point, and apply the equilibrium equations and get the values that is required here. So these are the values we are getting. Now still this question is not completed yet. What you need to do? So basically this question is still not completed, because in the middle portion, if you see, there are two spots, they are in downward direction. We need to sum them up and ultimately reach to the other point. So let me take that point to be further. So after getting all the values put into the spot reaction that is required, that's how you can do it. If you are skip one of the step, you can move, otherwise you can keep them as I have. So after all the result analysis I have here, so you need to put over the beam. Now the downward direction means 6.2 plus, that is the downward 6.2 plus 3.2. So that will be 9.4. That will be 9.4. Here again, it is upward direction. This is also an upward direction. So 33.2 plus 27. So that will be 60.2 kilonewton. Fine. Here it is in upward direction. Now you need to take the sum of moment, whether we are getting right or wrong. 6.2 plus 60.2 plus 3. How much it is? It is 66.4 plus 3, 69.3, 69.4. Then 9.4 plus 3 into 60, 60 plus 9.4. Whatever the value, it is upward direction, same we are getting in downward as well. So that's how you can verify your answers. So that is all about particular this problem. So again, guys, we have second problem that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So what we question is all about, evaluate the bending moment and shear force diagram of the beam, which is shown in your figure, or as it is a beam which you can see there are two segments only, AB and BC, and spot A is fixed spot and spot C is also a fixed spot, and B there is a spot, or you can say there is a roller spot. That's why I just shown here a vertical reaction. So that is the B here. So segment AB having a UDL load that is 2 kilonewton per meter, and segment BC is having a point load 12 kilonewton, which is center portion of the BC as 3 meter is given to us. So obviously that is also for 3, so that's why it is acting at the center portion. So now we need to calculate the shear force and bending moment. Means we need to draw the bending moment and shear force diagram of the beam. So how we can draw that, I will let you know after solving this problem. You are able to solve, or you are able to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram of this. Let's see. So first of all, we need to find, for making any beam to be fixed, as it is an indeterminate beam, that we need to calculate the reaction. Those is making our beam to be indeterminate, that we need to find. If we are able to do that, it means that beam become a determinate. And after knowing the values of indeterminacy portion, in that case, we can proceed for the simple problem that is considered to be a static problem. So let's start with the flow. So first thing first, that we need to do, first you can do isolation of the structure, or either you can go with the friction moments. So there is no such kind of fixed rule. You always go with the rule that we just made in the last question. So anything you can proceed for, with one point. So FEM-AB, which is fixed end moment at A point, as it is a UDL load is there for segment AB. As we know, complete UDL is there. In that case, that value coming out to be WL square by 12, and BA, which is coming out to minus WL square by 12. For segment BC, as it is in center portion, so in that case, fixed end moment is nothing but WL by 8, and for BCB it is WL by 8 again. So these are the values we are getting after solving the these relations. So W is given, so put the value of W. Length is also mentioned, put the value of length. And FEM is a fixed end moment at a segment AB, which is 6 kilonewton meter. FBA, FEMBA or FBA, that is coming out to be minus 6 kilonewton, and similarly for the BC 9 kilonewton and minus 9 kilonewton. So next point is isolate the joint, or either this point can be a first step, or this can be a second step. So either one or two you can change yourself. So isolation, again the same way that we are doing since the start of the semester, means the start of this class, slope deflection method only. So isolation is mandatory part. You need to understand what does isolation means. We are just cutting the section and putting the moments that is required to put over there. So these are the releases. Actually, once you cut the section, these are the forces going to be released. There will be horizontal forces also. There will be shear also, but we are not going to consider all shear and axial. But we are only interested with the moment for releases. So that's why this moment is putting. Otherwise, actually, if you want to draw it, there will be shear as well as axial also. So 2 kilonewton load is there. There is a release which is MAB, and there is a release at BA portion, and similar for the segment BC as well. So again, put over the joints here. As it is a fixed force, so there will be a already fixed moment is applied. It is rotating in this direction. Obviously, one is opposite to this, so MAB, and to opposite this, there will be this one. Similar for the that segment as well. So likewise, you can do, right? So after that, the third point that we need to follow, that is right joint equilibrium equations, or either you can say right slope deflection equation for the problem. So again, any step you can come with up. It is third or fourth, there is hardly matter. You need to follow any of the approach. So summation of moment about a point is equal to 0, which is nothing but now there is a two moments. Which are these? One is MA, other is MAB. So make sure you need to be verify what are the requirements of that joint, what are the moments are acting on that joint. You need to consider that. So let's see, MA minus 1 is positive, so obviously other will be negative because both one is in anti-clockwise direction, this is in anti-clockwise, this is clockwise. So anti-clockwise we are considering positive, so other will be negative only. So MA minus MAB is equal to 0. Similar for the BC segment, MB for that also, so there will be both are in the same direction, means you can say anti-clockwise direction. So MBA plus MB is equal to 0. For MC, again there is a one moment, one moment which is in anti-clockwise direction. So MC minus MCB. So MC minus MCB equal to 0. Now write the slope deflection equation, as none of the sport is going to be settled, so don't consider the settlement fraction here. So if there is no settlement, in that case don't consider the settlement portion. That's why I consider the slope deflection equation three portions. One is without loading, other is with loading, other third is with the settlement. So every segment I let you explain each and every segment in detail. So according to that, the requirement of that question, you have to use the equation also. So MAB is equal to 2EI by L, 2 theta A plus theta B plus FEM AB. So put the values. 2EI by L is, we know that is 6, 2 theta A plus theta B plus the fixed end moment that we calculated in the last slide. We have seen that is W square by 12, and that value coming out to be 6 only. So put that values for each and every segment. You need to do that. Now you have to bring from the boundary condition. We already know that is a problem very simple. So because at spot A and spot B, C, there are fixed spots. What does that mean? They are not allow us to deflect. They are not allowed us to rotate. So that's why rotation is coming out to be 0 on the both spots. It means the theta A and theta C coming out to be 0. So there is only theta happened at point B. So that we need to require. So by using one of the equation, we can solve it. So put the slope deflection equation into joint equilibrium equation that we are doing since the this problem we have started. So MA minus 2EI by L, 2 theta A plus theta B plus 6. Theta A is already, we know that 0, and theta similar for the further also, similar wise we can do. As we already mentioned, theta is 0, theta C is also 0, so we get theta B And after getting the value of theta b, this is the theta b we are getting, put into the back to the this equation and get the values for MAB, MBA, MBC, or MCB. So let's see what are the values coming. After solving all the steps I have solved here. So MAB is coming out to be 5.25 kilonewton meter, MBA which is minus 7.5 kilonewton, MBC 7.5, and MCB is 9.75 kilonewton. So these are the values coming in front of us. You can get from there. So, and we know that bending moment at the mid of span, if you, it is a simply spotted beam is there, UDL loading is there. So if you segment, if you consider last segment, let me show you. So this is the actual beam. If it is a simply spotted, what is the value of maximum bending moment here? That will be WL square by 8 only. So everything we know that. So, and the load for the other segment, as it is a simply spotted, we are considering that coming out to be WL by 4. So W is 12, L is 6 by 4. These are the values. After knowing all the values, calculate the reaction RA, RB, and RC. So that step is not mentioned here, so that you can do because every moment is calculated. So again, note it down as a homework and calculate those reactions which are coming here. I just mentioned here. So there are some reactions. So reaction by using there is a shear force which is 6.375 here, 56.25, and this is coming out to be 5.625. So you can note it down. You need to calculate the values of the reactions here by using the basic statics that we have calculated into the strength of material as well. So you can calculate that. So now there is a new thing that you have to be very careful how to draw the bending moment diagram. So guys, this is a fixed beam. As you can see, there is a middle support which having so basically in this particular problem, if you see here, there is a fixed beam on the both end at A and C, we have fixed support. And middle we have a roller, or you can say a vertical reaction we applied to it, means only a vertical support there. And segment AB having a UDL load and BC segment having a point load. But you need to do, guys, first thing you have to be very careful. You need to consider this beam as a simply spotted beam. So how you can do that? Let me tell you one thing. So consider this portion to be as a simple as this is a roller sport. Take this sport out and make it consider to be just for diagram of bending moment. Just take this beam as a simply spotted and draw it's a simply spotted beam diagram. If there is a UDL load is there, and if it is a simply spotted beam, how the bending moment diagram will be? It's a parabola only. So this is the parabola. And what should be its value? At middle point, highest point of the value means you can say what is the height of this parabola. So that will be the maximum bending moment of the simply spotted beam, which is nothing but that is WL square by 8 and acting at the center point only. So that value is 9 kilonewton. Similar for this case also. If you calculate for simply spotted beam and there is a point load acting at the center, what should be the value? That will be WL by 4 only. W, that is 12, L is 6 by 4. So that will be 6 into 3 only 18. So these are the diagram of simply spotted beam. Now we know what is the value of friction moment at this portion. Yes, we know that. What is the value? That is 5.25. And what is the value of friction that moment at spot B? That we already calculated. Let me show you again. So this is the value of BC here. So 7.5. And CB is 9.75. So value we already calculated. Now you have to put them as well. So 5.25, this is a 9.75, and at this point, as it is a load as at this point is more compared to this segment, obviously that segment fixed moment diagram. There, if you remember, we have discussed already how to solve the fixed moment. So you have seen these kind of diagram over there. So what we need to do there, we need to first draw the simply spotted diagram, beam diagram, then draw the moment diagram, friction moment diagram, and superimpose them. So superimpose them. This is the complete diagram of the beam as it is showing here. So this is the complete diagram basically, guys, which I am talking about. So you need to superimpose them. So first you need to draw the diagram for simply supported beam. As it is, I'm just considering here, there is a UDL loading. So UDL will allow us to draw a shape of parabola that we already know from the basics of statics. So this is the parabola. It is just a simple, I am not able to draw cleanly, but I'm trying here. So that value coming out to be WL square by 8. So WL square by 8. So this value coming out to be 9 in this case. So this is the 9, and further this for particular simply supported beam which is having a point load at the center. In this case, what will be the diagram? It will be a triangular shape like this. Sorry. So this will be the triangle, and its height will be WL by 4 only. So these are the two different diagrams. Now we need to draw the fixation diagram here. So fixation diagram means what is the value of moment here. Take the straight line, go and consider the second value at the center point. What is the value? That is around 7.5, and if this portion it is 9 point something. So just draw the straight line. That's it. Because it's a unit moment diagram or unit force, like if you draw the shear force diagram for a point, so how it is going to be? It's a rectangle kind of shape, or it can be a trapezium depending upon the values of moment. So that's how we can superimpose. This is the complete diagram of bending moment, and similarly we know what is the reaction at this point. Take that, then we have a UDL here, cross that line as a, it is an inclined line, or fine, due to the UDL it will, if we go through there, then we have again there is a reaction upward direction, then move continuously, there is no load here, then we have again there is a 12 kilonewton downward side and continue will up to this point, and then we have here. So that's how we can draw the bending moment and shear force. So next we have portal frame. We are going to try to solve problem of portal frame also by using slope and deflection method. So it's a very simple problem as we have seen in the beam case also. So don't get confused, sir. There is a frame is coming. So how we are going to solve? The frame, if you, I'm just going to explain, you will find a very easy way to understand it. Let me explain first, and if anybody have any queries, so he or she can ask afterwards. So what does portal frame means basically? It's a simple portal frame which consists of beams and columns. Basically, a beam is going to be supported by the two columns, or you can say it's a frame may consist of beam resting over more than two supports also. So depending on the story also, the junction of the beams and columns behave like a rigid joint that we already studied about. So frame structure is always a rigid joint connections. So if you remember the construction of slab, beam and column, they are going to be constructed monolithically. Reason being to make a proper joint. So that not be that body or that structure should behave a complete unit, not a single unit. Like beam is resisting air load or column is resisting air load. If they should participate a single unit against the load, like a wind load or there is earthquake load. The portal frame are divided into two parts, that is symmetrical portal frame and unsymmetrical portal frame. What does symmetrical and what is unsymmetrical portal frame? Let me put those also. So basically there is nothing much important here. Basically what symmetrical portal is frame is nothing but, this is symmetrical portal frame is that in which both columns are of same length. Their moment of inertia will be same and conditions are same, either it is a hinged or fixed, modulus of elasticity, as well as they are subjected to symmetrical loading. So the things of a symmetrical portal frame, they are having same length, they having same end conditions like maybe hinge or fixed. They have same moment of inertia, means cross section remains same. Modulus of elasticity means the property of the material remains same, and loading which is acting over the columns or beams will remain symmetric. So that considered to be a symmetrical portal frame. So in this case, if you see, a little consideration will show that joint of such a portal frame will not be subjected to any translation or rotation on the sideways. So they are not allowed to. Translation means there is no horizontal sway. The one is sway and other is non-sway frame. Sway frame means a translation is allowed. Means frame can like you can take any example. Take two sticks of ice cream, or you can add them by using the joints, and If you allow to move in horizontal direction, that is considered to be translation in horizontal direction. So that considered to be sway. If it is not allowed, means the horizontal direction movement is restricted. So that beam or that frame considered to be non-sway frame. Although single base, single story symmetrical portal frame are analyzed by opening them out and treating them exactly like a three-span continuous beam. What does that mean? So let me draw it. So I'm trying to draw the frame in front of here only. So and this is the straight line here. This is the beam. So these are the two columns. So this is a very, very simple portal frame. So what does that mean? But the line which is mentioning here, opening them out and treating them exactly like a three-span continuous beam. What you need to do? He said you need to make it open. How? Just like this. This is the frame and make them like this. So this considered to be three segment means one, there will be one fragment. So that's if you open it means take this port here, take that there, and you have one segment, second segment, third segment. So you can consider it to be as a three-span continuous beam. Again, frame we try to analyze them just making a three-span continuous beam, just like this, and calculate the force. If there is a load, so that load coming out to be this portion. If there is a load, that coming out to be middle portion. Obviously, I just not consider that. I just taking it completely here. So let me draw one line here also. So there the second middle segment, or you can say this is the beam. These are the two columns. So that's how we can analyze them as well. So let's see a problem related to frame. You will understand how and what I'm discussing about. So guys, this is a simple problem here, which is just given in front of you. So a portal frame ABCD shown in the figure, ABCD, which is shown in figure, is loaded with a uniformly distributed load. So there is a UDL load over the beam segment of the frame is given, that is 20 kilonewton per meter on the horizontal member. The moment of inertia of member AB is I, that of CD is I also. So I and I moment of inertia is given, but member BC is 3 times of moment of inertia of AB and CD. So these are the values is mentioned. We need to calculate, find the support reactions and bending moment in the frame by slope deflection method and draw the bending moment diagram. So that is a question which is asked. So we need to solve it. So let me solve it by the way we have solved the previous continuous beams as well. So let's do the practice and let's do the so let's solve the problem actually. So support reactions, first of all, MAB, which is moment at A. Likewise, MBA, MBC, CD, CB, and DC. All the movements that we are doing since we are solving the continuous beam, that approach we need to adopt here also. So fixed end moment, first thing that we need to do, it's a mandatory part to do the problem, you need to follow it. First of all, we have to consider AB, BC, and sigma from the geometry of the figure. We find that fixed end moment at A. See the image. Let me show you again. A, B, C, and D. We don't have any load on the segment AB. Means column do not carry any load. Is there any moment will coming? No. AB and DC moment will not coming. Their value will be 0. So because there is no load, their value coming out to be 0 only. But for BA, there will be no load again. So again, value coming CD again, but there is a moment, fixed moment coming out in case of beam segment, that is FEMBC and FEMCB. That I will going to solve it. Let me tell you. So MAB and MBA, because there is no load on the segment, you can write directly fixed moment at MAB and BA is equal to 0, since there is no load on the segment, fixed moment coming out to be 0. Similar for the CD and DC, both again there is no load coming out to be 0. So BC and CB value will coming out. that you have to consider how they are going to be rotated. So just I'm taking BC to be negative. If there is no hard such rules, you need to take this to be positive or this to be negative. So one is positive, other will be negative according to the your sign convention you can adopt. So these are the values of fixed and moment coming. So one thing you need to careful about here, you need to calculate their values. Either the value is zero, but you need to mention since there is no load on segment of column that is AB and BA, so their value coming out to be zero. Even you can write the formula whatever it is, the directly assume that as W is not there, value of fixed moment coming out to be zero. These things you need to be mentioned. That will let us know, or let us that the examiner, yes, you have the knowledge about those things. Next is we need to write the slope deflection equation. Since the frame is fixed at A and D, there will be slope at theta A and D kya hoga? That will coming out to be zero. That we already know. The fixed port is not allow us to be, there is a deflection and there is no rotation as well. So that two things we already know. Theta A and theta D coming out to be zero. Why? Because, or you can say since there are fixed port not allow us to rotate and deflect. That's why value of theta coming out to be zero. Now we know the value of slope deflection equation, which is nothing but MAB 2EI by L 2 theta A plus theta B plus fixed end moment. So 2EI by L. L value we know that, but is the length of the segment, which is equal to 4 meter, that we already seen. So segment AB value, this is the 4 meter length given, and BC having the length is 6 meter. So these are the values mentioned here. So we are discussing about the these values. So MAB, which is equal to 2EI by L, 2 theta A plus theta B, fixed end moment. So there is no load is there, so fixed end moment value coming out to be zero only. Theta is A is again zero because there is a support is fixed support and which is not allowed to us to rotate. So value of theta A is also coming out to be zero. From there you will get a value of theta B, which is equal to sorry, basically this equation after solving, you will get EI by 2 theta B, equation number 1. For similar portion and BA again, 2EI by BA by L theta A plus 2 theta B plus FEM. FEM again their value is not there, load value is 0. So value again after solving you will get EI theta B is equal to you can say right equal to 0. That is equation number 2. So MDC EI by DC L to theta C plus 2 times of theta D and FEM DC again its value is 0. So solve it and you will get EI theta C by 2, equation number 4, or there is a third portion. So only there is a load on the segment BC, or you can say on the beam only. So their value you need to consider. So MBC 2EI by IBC, you may aware about here the value is I. So you need to be careful. If you are taking the value, there is 3 times of I and there is I only. So you need to put that value. So IBC means the segment of moment of inertia of that portion. So that is 3I. 2 theta B plus theta C plus FEM BC. Put their value. So that will be cancelled out. EI only remaining 2 theta B plus theta C minus 60. This is the equation number 3rd. Similarly, for the further portions also, we have 5 equations now. Now we need to solve and get the values of theta A already 0, theta D is already 0. We need to calculate theta B and theta C only. So after all solving all the equation, you will get the values of theta B and theta C all. Final substitute the values and you will get the equations that we required here. So this is the joint equilibrium equation. You need to put them and solve for the unknown. So there we have equation number 7, and then for the second portion again for the portion of joint CD, that is MCB plus MCD equal to 0. Put into this, you will get equation number 8. We need to calculate the values of theta B and theta C as load is symmetric. As we know that segment BC having a UDL loading, so value of theta B and theta C coming out to be same. So you can get the values from there after solving. So that's how you can solve. Theta C is equal to minus 30 by EI, and that will be equal to the theta B only. So E is not mentioning, so just take the value whatever it is, just take EI divide. Now we know the value of theta C and theta B, put back into this equation and get the values of DC and MCB. Fine. So there it is. So MAB coming out to be 15 kilonewton meter, MBA 30 kilonewton, MBC minus 60, or you can say solve it and you will get minus 30 kilonewton meter, and so on. All the values you will get, and after knowing the values, you need to calculate vertical reactions. So VA and VD will be equal to WL by 2 only. So that's how you can solve it. And the horizontal reaction that you need to find it out, that will be coming out to be obviously UD loading is there. So what is the value of load is given? I think it's a 20 only. So 20 into L, WL by 2 only. So there is the reaction WL by 2. And for this case, there is are the moments. So sum of the moment divided by the 2 only. So direct way, either you can go with the way we have solved into the statics problems, or you can approach this way also. The value remain coming the same as it is here also. So horizontal reaction at A, which is nothing but MA plus MB, MA plus MB, that value we have solved here. MA is 15, MBA is 30. So 15 plus 30 by 4, that is coming out to be 11.20. Minus value will coming there. So this, maybe it's a wrong here, so need to be verified. That is 4 here. The length of the segment, there should be a length of the segment. Length is 4 meters, so that will be fine. So 35 by 4, that is obviously is coming out to be 11.25. Here it is 4 only, so let me write it. So this is the 4 value here. So don't take this to be a 2. So don't get confused. It's basically average of the plus summation of the moment divided by the length of that moment. So as you can solve, right? And similar for the other portion also, these are the values. Now we need to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So